I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
All right, what a great story, everybody. And you know, it's amazing. Every time I watch that, I get choked up too. It's unbelievable how our Inversion Table has been able to change so many people's lives. This is the longest running product here at HSN. In fact, in January, it'll be 21 years. That never happens on any network anywhere. And why? Because it's helped so many different people. I got my first table 14 years ago. One of the best things I've ever, if not the best thing I ever bought from HSN. I absolutely love it. Roger Teeter has been doing this for years. He discovered Inversion back in the mid-70s, and then he started his company in the early 80s, and he's been going full strength ever since, as I said. And this is a way for you to feel better. You know, we talk about anything that might be wrong with you, whether you have sciatica, you have disc issues, all those things. This is a way to get that temporary relief, to feel better without having to reach into a bottle of pills or having to do something crazy. You just get on it. You decide how much inversion you want to do. You can start out slow. You can increase like Roger is right now. His wife Jenny is here. She's kind of at about 50% inversion. Every little bit helps. And if you suffer with those issues, I'm not talking about pain or soreness or muscle tension or spasms, disc issues, sciatica. Remember, this device is FDA cleared. This device is UL listed. 85% assembled when you get it. It comes with a 5-year warranty. And guess what? This is the brand new model for 2018. There's been some great improvements. You know, a lot of feedback from our customers that said, you know, I want a little more comfort in the actual machine itself, how it feels on my back. So they've done so many different things. Roger's going to go through all those. Before we get into that, let me just give you the offer and tell you, if you own this, please call us, because like our first testimonial that we showed you, your experience is the best way to share this with everybody, and you really are sharing relief and feeling good and being able to do things you never did before. So this price right here, which is so funny, I was talking to Roger before the show, do you realize that when he started 20 some odd years ago, it's been the same price. It's been $329.95 here at HSN. Not everywhere else, because everywhere else, you see the price that's above it, you'll pay the $449. Not only that, we break up the payments, so it's affordable monthly payments of only $54.99. It's about the price of a tank of gasoline, okay? And it's free shipping and handling. It's a huge customer pick, about 95% 5-star reviews. I mean, and here's really the best part, Roger, you don't talk about this a lot, but you know, we also have almost like a free trial for this, because you can use it now through the end of January, so you can try it, and you can feel good, and if you love it, which you will, you'll keep it. If you have any issues, you can send it back, but you won't. There's a reason this product has been here so long. Good to see you, my friend.
Great guy, great to be hanging out here. I'm so excited, especially having a brand new table, fully engineered, you know, totally new for 2018. You know, you've asked for a more comfortable table, and you know, the easy way is, we'll pad it. Well, don't be fooled by that, because the whole magic of Teeter is decompression.
Right.
Your feet are clamped, but your body has to be able to slide on the table. So we've got a specially engineered high-tech surface that improves sliding. If it was padded, you'd sink into the padding and you wouldn't decompress. But what we've done is lift the table off the frame. You can see my hand, the table's lifted 2 inches off the frame, and it's supported by 8 points. And so it's got a floating suspension.
Yeah.
And it moves with you. Just look at this.
It used to be right on the rack, right?
Right.
Yep.
But look, as you sink into it, you'll think you're laying on foam. And not only that, it moves with you when you're upside down and doing some, you know, side-to-side decompression.
It's
so
very
a
flexible.
Huge plus.
Oh, yeah, and it's so much more, you know, especially when people are getting on it for the first time. They feel relaxed. They feel also very safe. And that's my biggest thing with the inversion tables that are out there on the market. Do not be fooled by a cheap, and never get on a cheap one. Get on this one.
Yeah,
right?
you know, and there's so many lookalikes, and they do look alike, but they use the wrong steel. You know, Teeter is the only brand that uses high carbon, heat-treated steels and key components, and what's more, that high stress steel is needed in order to make the UL certification. It's UL safety certified according to a specification specifically for inversion tables. Teeter is the only brand that can make that statement.
Yeah, and we'll talk about being FDA cleared as well. So we are able to make certain claims about this.
Right,
Check
this is the FDA came to the party only a year and a half ago, but so welcome. And FDA says Teeter is now a Class 1 medical device and indicated for the following 10 common causes of back pain. Back pain in general, sciatica. How important is that? Spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, herniated discs, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, Facet syndrome, muscle spasm. I mean, when you think of it, you know, those are 10 different causes of back pain, and they're all different. So people, how can the Teeter deal with all 10? Well, that's because Teeter relieves back pain 4 different ways. When you invert and relax, you will decompress. You'll elongate 1 to 2 inches. When that happens, the spine will realign itself. The discs are decompressed. If you get a pinched nerve, that's sciatica, or a sore joint, take the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain. When you're decompressing, those discs are opened up, they'll be encouraged to rehydrate, and then stretching it like that, right there, the shoulder muscles, stressing and relaxing the tension and stress in the shoulder muscles. And as you relax, you will elongate the spine. Look at that. I want you to look at this very closely. See those joints opening up?
Yeah.
You got a pinched nerve, take the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain.
Right.
You know, it's so straightforward. These are mechanical fixes to a mechanical problem in a sense.
It's, you know, all the other things that you may try are mostly Band-Aids, okay? They're not gonna help, and especially immediately. This is an immediate way to get relief. So you get up in the morning, let's say you do something, all of a sudden, you know, that disc is bothering you, which happens to me. I've got an L5 herniated disc, even though that I've had it for 30 years, whatever. Did it a bunch of years ago doing something stupid, but I have it and I live with it. Not bad enough for surgery, but the doctor had said to me, listen, do whatever feels good. I went to every chiropractor and he said, do what feels good. This feels so good when you get in it, and it's almost instantaneous, Roger. It happens that quick.
It virtually is.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to go to full inversion. You know, 3 to 5 minutes in your own home at an angle you're comfortable with. And by the way, I'm going to demonstrate these, but these traction handles allow you to decompress your body as though you were in full inversion without going beyond even a 45-degree or 30-degree angle, whatever you're comfortable with.
And remember, you know, we all fall prey to this because we're all victims of gravity on this planet. When you talk about that, it's like, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, we have gravity upon us that's forcing us into the ground, and many of us can be a little overweight. Other things that happen, so it's like you combine all that. It's no wonder everything gets compressed.
It's a lifestyle too, because we so much sitting. Sitting is so much harder on your body than standing. Even 2.5 times the loads of standing.
Can we show that, Dan, too? Because that blew my mind. You know, where how the percentage of how much stress you put on your spine when you're sitting.
That's the Atkinson study. We've got so many different studies. Here it is. All right, a number of volunteers actually permitted a pressure sensor to be surgically implanted. That bright light, that's the location of the surgically implanted pressure sensor inside the third lumbar disc, pressure reading standing up at a baseline of 100%. There was a lot of people in the program, and each person's reading, whatever it was set at a baseline for them personally and 100%. Bend over, it doubles. You know that could be a problem, but did you know that? Taking the weight off and dumping it on your back, 50% higher load, sitting in good posture. There we are. 250% higher load in poor posture, and you're in front of your small screen, slouch sitting.
Oh my
gosh. There's the recipe for back pain. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress. Another shock, that last 25% goes to bed with you. You can't get rid of it because it's not caused by gravity. It's caused by the construction of the spine. All of those discs and vertebrae are strung together when held together with ligaments and muscles. 140 muscles, and all those ligaments, they hold the spine in background compression like a lot of rubber bands. And to overcome those rubber bands and open that joint up and encourage it to rehydrate, to pick up the moisture it's lost during the day. Yes, your discs are like fluid-filled shock absorbers. You're gonna hear a lot about that. And they lose fluid all day. That's why in the afternoon you're shorter than in the morning you are. You can measure yourself. That's why
That's just crazy.
Your waistline gets bigger because when you get shorter, you bulge out in the center. You know,
it's just and all the other things that we do during the day that add to that. So.
And that reverses overnight, but not 100%. So over your lifetime, you have a permanent height loss, which we're also going to show you in an animation. But I want to introduce you to Dr. Fryer and Dr. Long, and let's hear what they have to say about it.
Take a listen.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves. There's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
I would encourage you to check on the internet just who Donlon Long is, Dr. Donlon Long. He was head of neurosurgery for 35 years at one of the United States' largest universities. He's been an amazing testimony for inversion in his own practice and his oon personal use.
The Army, there's been so many different people that believe in inversion over the years. And you turned me on to it when I came here. I didn't even thought, because I tried everything else. I had spent thousands of dollars on chiropractic. I'm not poo-pooing chiropractors or anything else. Whatever helps, helps. But it was amazing when I finally got on this. That was the first time I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can take care of this myself.
It's 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you don't even have to go to full inversion. You can go to an angle like this.
That's another thing. You don't have to spend hours on this. You can do it a little bit in the morning, in the afternoon, or when you feel that you have some pain, you can do it. Really quickly, again, since we're about a quarter of the way through the presentation, I want to give you our offer. We've had this product here. It's the longest running product here at HSN, in the history of HSN, probably of any shopping retailer out there. That's just crazy. We've kept the same price for over 20 years at $329. If you want to buy this somewhere else, it's going to cost you over $400. Okay? We're also doing FlexPay. It's only $54.99. That's about the price of a tank of gas. And for me, it's like, and that's, you pay that one time, we'll ship it out. You can try it. You can try it the rest of this month. You can try it all of December and all of January. If it doesn't work, he doesn't want you to keep it. We want this to work for you. We want to try to change your life. We want you to be able to play with your grandkids or ride a bike or be able to go hiking again or be in a kayak, whatever it is, play golf. And we've got some great testimonials from golfers too. We want you to be able to use this machine. So before you go out and think about buying a new color TV, and I'm not telling you not to do that, it's wonderful, or before you go out and buy new luggage or all this stuff, think about what the return will be on this for you, because all those other things you like to do, you'll get to be able to do and enjoy more because you're gonna feel good. And I will tell you, I played football my whole life, and I've broken every bone, and I've torn muscles, and I've done all that stuff, and I've got buddies that have done it too. Nothing has been worse than hurting my back. Because
it shuts everything down.
Everything I do, if I can't move, everything else is gone.
Right, and you made such a good point earlier. You know, when you have back pain, what are your options?
Yeah.
And virtually every option that's typical deals with symptoms. They don't deal with the problem, they mask it. Your back's still screaming, you just can't hear it. What good is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Teeter deals with the problem at the source. It deals with it naturally in just seconds, and it's so easy. In fact, let's run through it.
Let's show everybody, because there's a lot of differences. Yeah.
All right, there's really 3 steps. First of all, it's adjustable from 4'8" to 6'6", so you want to put it on your height, the last number showing in inches or centimeters. You have this strap that allows you to preset the maximum angle, and do use it. Now, you don't even have to go this far the first time, but that's still a good starting point. I think most people are comfortable with that. Okay, so we've step 1, 2. Next step is step in. And this easy reach handle, this is a $100 upgrade was actually developed for our clinical model, and it's now become part of this standard. In fact, this is the absolute top of the line. It has absolutely every feature. And this, boy, that bed, you know, you just see it's just like almost bouncy. You know, that feels so comfortable. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Now I've set it on that tether strap.
So that's as far as you can go.
As far as you can go. And you don't need to go beyond this, but if you want more decompression without adding an additional angle, and you should add extra angle, the more the angle, the more the benefit. But you can go at this angle, use these traction handles, and actually push, use arm power to further elongate your body as though you were in full inversion. You know, and just like this. Now, as you become comfortable, and you will, I mean, you can disconnect the tether strap. Of course, don't do that initially. Just keep adding it. It's adjustable up to a 60-degree angle. But once you get it,
and you can go all the way.
Yeah, you have this control. this table's moving on the weight of one arm. Teeter is the only brand that has this precision balancing. So if you think this is too responsive, well, that's what these upgraded handles are for. You can actually walk yourself back with these handles. I'd like you taking time to work up to this angle. You know you're there because that's where this hand grip is, and you'll be the same angle as the rear legs. This is kind of the magic angle where your body will elongate 1 to 2 inches. That's a real number. And as you elongate, you're actually, you know how your waistline gets bigger in the afternoon because you get shorter? Well, when you become longer, your waistline's smaller. Mine's actually 4 inches smaller inverted. I'm not saying I'm not trying to say that's the way to get a smaller waist. I am saying that it's proof of the elongation and the decompression that is necessary. So, and this just feels so good. You can pull and push yourself into shape. Full inversion, you don't need to go here. But most people, 50%, of regular invertees do because you've got extra freedom. With your new elongated, decompressed body, you can do things that you just couldn't do. There's crunches. You can do inverted squats, sculpt the glutes, strengthen the hamstrings. You know, when you're over 80, like I am, yes, big 80 this year, you know, it's functional fitness that counts. That's joints that work. So that when you get off the table, even if you don't jump, you'll feel like you can.
That is all, and I will tell you, it feels so good. And it happens the minute you get on it. I find that when you first get on this machine, if you've never been on one before, and you put the strap on and you start to go back, you all of a sudden feel weightless, which is a very unique feeling for people who have maybe not ever felt that before, or been years since they were on a swing or anything where they felt
hanging by their knees.
It makes you feel like a kid again. I'm telling you, it is unbelievable. Not to mention, you feel this tingling sensation that goes through your back and goes through your head. That's the blood rushing into your head. It's the best cup of coffee you'll ever have in your life. And I'm telling you, people get on this. A lot of people quit coffee and they get on this, and they do this for 3 minutes in the morning, and they feel so much better. And I am telling you, as my personal testimonial, if you use it regularly, I'm telling you, it helps. It works. It's an amazing machine, and the investment, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, for what this does, this machine is worth thousands and thousands of dollars to people out there. Think about the money you've spent on chiropractic, or you've spent on medication, or whatever it is, and things that are mostly Band-Aids. This is a way to really actively make yourself feel better. I encourage you to try it. We have our testimonial line. We'll be running from time to time. We would love to hear from you. You are the best sharers of your stories, and so we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. The price is only $54.99. We have lots of testimonials that we've taped for you of people that enjoy it, but whether it's Roger, I'm going to get on it too, your wife Jenny over there, who's on it with us today, and it's great to have her. She's kind of showing you how you can just get on it and relax.
Relax. Besides, she's negotiated the best deal on the Stet because she's got a massage pad with 10 motors on it.
I'll walk over. We have a massage pad available that you can affix to the machine itself. So if you also want to get a massage.
And any machine ever sold on HSN. You know, it's got like 50 adjustments. It's got 10 motors.
There's the item number right there, by the way, if you want to get it.
10 motors, have the strongest motors, massage tapping, 50 different settings. Also this, what looks like a pillow, it's not. You put your head above it. This controls the curvature in the cervical spine, and these infrared heaters hit you on either side of the neck where a lot of people carry tension.
Don't stop, Roger.
So great.
Yeah. And by the way, the mat that's underneath it, we also have available. I want to maybe put the information up on that as well. And on that, it gives you all the different kinds of activities you can do while you're on the machine.
It's hand washable, 25 figures. It shows you what we suggest for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and advanced.
Yeah, and I would recommend you get that. There's the item number for that as well. And I'm telling you, you know, these couple of minimal investments. And here's the other thing I will tell you, because a lot of people are like, well, you know, is this like a gifty? This is the best gift you can give anybody. If you have a partner right now that's suffering or you're suffering, you can use this together. You know, it's not like a bicycle where, you know, you need 2 of them. you know what I mean? You can share this, and you can share in the benefits of it if you're a couple. So do that. And I'm telling you, and you can adjust it for each size, because hey, I'm 6'3" and weigh 235 pounds. I can get on this. You're a little bit shorter than me and obviously less weight, and Jenny even less than that. We can all get on this.
Yeah, 4'8" to 6'6", 300-pound capacity, and it's UL certified to be safe at 300 pounds. And you know what it takes to do that? This machine must hold 1,200 pounds, 4 times the maximum user weight to be able to be UL certified. Teeter's the only brand.
We're gonna show the testing too, and a little bit of what this machine goes through to be tested.
I wanted to bring one more accessory.
Yeah,
this is our actually hottest item, and it's a neck restore. And this is a very interesting, my daughter's favorite thing. And she's always working over a small screen.
Right.
And these muscles, you know, right where the spine joins the skull, those little muscles get tight and sore, and it brings on headaches. And if you lay on it and put this, it's a firm surface.
So that goes right in the curvature of your neck.
No, not in the curvature, above, right where the spine joins the skull.
There's a little bump right there.
Very high up, like that. And it's actually quite firm. When you first do it, you're going to say, oh. So relax. All of a sudden, everything lets go. And it's an occipital release. Everything goes just poof.
That's what I need.
Like that.
I need an occipital release, Dan. That's what I need.
It attaches to the table with a Velcro strap, and it rotates, or you can use it on the floor too. Great. This is a huge
We'll go over all the extra things you can pick up in just a second. We want you to listen as I watch Jenny do her routine. We want you to listen to some more great testimonials, but do yourself a favor. Get it, or call somebody that you think might need it and get them to watch and check it out. We'll be back with more right after this. Take a listen.
If you've ever had back pain, you want to go away. Having the Teeter Inversion Table absolutely changed my life.
I felt like someone's grandmother. I shouldn't be feeling like that in my 30s. When I got on the Teeter, I just felt such an intense amount of relief. It's been the best that my back has felt in a really long time.
Something so simple has been such a big change in my daily quality of life. I go out and rake leaves. I'll go pick up things. Unless you try it, you won't believe what I'm saying, but it is amazing.
I'm probably really boring, because when anyone complains to me about their back, I say, well, have you tried a Teeter table? It helped me so much, you have no idea.
When I come home from a hard day's work and I'm stressed, one of the first things I do, I get on my Teeter, I invert for a few minutes, and I just get that feeling where I just feel the stress of the day just kind of floating out of my body. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
All right, so why Teeter? Like we said before, I know you can go online and you can see all these machines. Here's what I'll tell you. Don't go upside down on any other machine than this one, okay? I'm a big guy, and I would never do that, because I mean, think about it. That thing collapses or falls apart or whatever. What you're looking for is this. Why? Let me give you the big 4. We talk about this all the time. In addition to this being UL listed, which is huge, because the testing for that is so hard to get through. The only one that has it, FDA cleared. We just recently got that. Do you realize this comes 85% assembled, so you don't have to sit there and worry about like you're building a model train set. 5-year warranty on this, plus you get 2.5 months to try it out till the end of January to see if it works for you. If your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your friend at work has issues with their back, most of us at one point in our lives are gonna have some issue with our back, because when you think about it, we all have that common, their spine's down the middle of our body, we all bend over to pick up kids, we all work at a desk, we work at a computer, we suffer the same issues. This is something you really need to try. I want you to look at the machine itself, because Roger, you're gonna go through what makes this so special.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. I want to point out these stickers. This UL safety certified. Now that is a huge deal. Teeter is the only brand that meets the UL spec that specifically, there's a lot of UL specs. So don't be fooled. It has to be the spec for inversion tables.
Right.
And you know, there's only one way you can do that, and we use high carbon steels, heat treated in key components to engineer out fatigue. My background is aircraft, and I've been trained in how to engineer out fatigue. We've done that with a Teeter. This CE mark, this is not fitness equipment. This small number means that it is medical, home use medical. Teeter meets the standard of home use medical throughout Europe, meets the standards for Japan, for every society. And just do not be fooled by lookalikes, because they do look alike, because they do use the wrong steel. Okay.
Right. Ready for me?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna 6'3", huh? All right.
Yeah, well, last time I checked, I might be getting a little shorter.
Well, we'll see how
it's early in the day. It's early in the day.
See
I'm
how
probably
you do.
6'3". I'll be like 6 feet by the end of the day. All right.
All right, I'm gonna put the tether strap on.
Okay. I'm gonna move my
And
my
I'm
equipment.
gonna take this off. You've got, you know, the mic packs on.
Yeah. All right. Put one ankle in. I probably need it opened a little bit more. All right, here we go.
And then you can pull it, just.
You know, when you pull it in, you'll feel how comfortable it is and what's a good level for you, and that's probably good for me.
Yeah.
All right. And then arms go up. Now I want to show you, this is where the control is. Watch how I just can slowly move my arms.
Yeah, total control.
And go back. I've got the handles if I want to grab on and I want to feel more secure or whatever in the beginning, but you'll get it after a while and you'll see how comfortable it is. And right now, this is where I'm already feeling it. This is, I'm take my glasses
look at
off.
getting some rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Well, it's great for the whole body. You are getting extra blood to the upper head. I know that Colleen, who's been inverting for 20 years, she said, every time I come up, I feel like I just had a facial.
I'm telling you, it's so good for you. And you know, in addition to the physical aspects of how it's good for you, to me, it's also the emotional side of it. I find you really relax when you're on this. You don't think about anything else. You just relax. It's time for yourself, and I know you got kids and grandkids running around.
It's a stress reliever.
Totally.
Not only deals with muscle tension, it deals with stress, you know, that it's a large part muscle tension anyways. And that gives you that relief. In fact, doing it immediately before bed is one of the greatest things to get rid of that stress. Yeah. And in the morning, as you mentioned, you know, it's like 2 cups of coffee without the caffeine.
It feels so good. And then again, and you don't have to do this for an hour a day. That's not how this works. I only do mine a few minutes. You know, a few minutes a day is all you need. And look at how gradual I can come up. And if I want to stop, see how I move my arms just a little bit. That's how sensitive and wonderful and finely tuned these machines are as well. And then when you get up, oh, man, that's good stuff. My head is tingling right now. It feels so good. I got to put my glasses back on. I'm actually getting dizzy because I got all that crap.
Okay.
It feels awesome.
I want to...
and I'm a big guy, and I'm on that machine.
You're a big guy.
So,
you know, we got another couple big guys we're going to hear from. Cedric, you played football. Cedric played 11 years in pro ball and's got one of those rings.
Yeah.
So he's going to tell you his story.
Is that who it is?
But before we do that, I want to show you, because I hate assembly, I want to show you how it comes out of the box. All right, can I use I need a hand.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, this part, all those small pieces, totally assembled out of the box. That's all put together. All right, the bed, again, all put together out of the box. And this is remember, it's got a floating bed. This bed is no longer mounted on the frame like the previous model. It's actually on 8 points of floating suspension, so the bed moves with you. You will need to add these handles here. And there's a DVD that tells you everything, but there's 3 settings. It's kind of a one-time thing. It controls how responsive the machine is, which is partly a function of your weight. I've got it set on the middle ones for these. So this locks in. This is assembled. A-frame also virtually assembled. All the corner feet are on. The spreader arms are on. The tether security strap or preset straps on. Only thing you really have to mount is these handles.
And that's it.
3 machine screws and a bolt. You will spend more time getting it out of the box than you will assembling it.
You can hear it lock in, right? And then you simply put the foot pedal on, lock it into whatever your height is, and you are ready to go. And I will tell you, you know, there are people who go out and they'll spend $3,000, $4,000 on fitness machines. I'm not telling you not to do that. What I'm saying is those machines, for the most part, are going to make the back problem probably worse or exacerbate it, because those are all compression machines. You know, if you're lifting weights or you're
anything, aerobic exercise, anaerobic, stretching, Pilates, Virtually everything you do is compressive. Yes, it gets the ligaments, tendons, muscles. It's great. All those activities are important and they're all helpful, but every one is still compressive. Teeter is the only thing that actually decompresses the spine, actually opens those joints up. As you invert and relax, you will elongate, 1 to 2 inches. We're talking about a real lengthening of the body. You got a pinched nerve, that's sciatica. Take the pressure off. You've got a misalignment due to tight muscles. This will straighten it out. It's like if you have a necklace laying and it's all kind of screwed up, you pull on the 2 ends and it straightens out. Well, that's what's happening. To my spine, it's kind of like a necklace. It's straightening out, and it's encouraging the disc to rehydrate. And also taking the stress out of the muscle. So relieving back pain 10 different ways and dealing and indicated by FDA for things like herniated disc, degenerative joint disease. That's the same as osteoarthritis, degenerative disc disease, herniated disc, sciatica. I mean, these are debilitating issues that can be dealt with in 3 to 5 minutes in your own home, in your own clothes, and you don't even have to go to full inversion.
No, and at the price we're offering it today, it's ridiculous. This is $449 everywhere else. We've had this at the same price for over 20 years. He's managed to, even with all the improvements. How many improvements have we done?
Oh, I stopped counting after about 125.
Okay, and so constant, bringing it to the next level, Well, that, by the way, that's so much more comfortable on the back when I got into it. I mean, it feels like shock absorbers on your car.
Right.
Right?
Well, look at how this, you just, it kind of squeezes your butt as you get into it.
Like a hammock. It feels, and remember.
Exactly.
And remember this too, and you brought up a really good point when we were back in the green room talking. You were like, you can't make it like a sofa or a couch, because then you just sink into it and you
don't elongate.
You level out the effect of elongating. So you need it to be rigid in some ways, because you want to stretch your body, but you want to be comfortable as well, and that's what this does for you. So again, think about the investment. I can't express enough to you the importance of actually enjoying the holidays. Why don't you enjoy the holidays? Don't wait till after and say, I'm gonna get fit after, I'm gonna do that. Do it now and be guilt-free and enjoy and love the holidays while you're here. Be able to pick up your kids and do stuff. Don't worry if the snow comes. You can shovel, do all those things that you wanna do. We were talking about how a lot of athletes use this, and you'd be amazed how many people I know that have this, that are athletic. They're like, I wouldn't go anywhere without my
Actually, I'll give you an idea. Yeah. We've got 100 professional baseball players. We got 16 people in the pro golf circuit. We have a whole line of equipment for people from 6 foot to 7'7" that we were asked to make, and we also have a lot of people in American football and rugby and soccer that use it. And I want to introduce you to a football player that played. Using his body as a weapon, a lineman for 11 years. Yeah, he's a big guy, guy.
Anyway, here's Cedric. Take a listen.
Aging is nothing but compression, brought on by the greatest force in our universe, which is gravity. I played 13 years of professional football, and you in mortal combat with opposing people as big and as strong as you are. In the long run, you do a lot of damage to yourself. Not thinking about the consequences of one day being 67 years old and having to deal with the aftermath. The first time that I used the Teeter, the feeling was just of relief, total relief. It was just a whole new world open to me. It has restored the flexibility, and I'm able to walk further. Being able to stand up straight without my back bothering me is a victory. I've always been a dreamer, and everything had been on hold. Getting on the Teeter, instantly, hope came back. I can live again.
All right.
His story is so much like mine. I wrecked my back 40-some years ago, and I was designing sports equipment. I loved my job, and I said, I could tough it out as a guy. No, I just kept injuring it and re-injuring it. 5 years. On worst days, I couldn't get out of bed. I had to crawl hands and knees into the shower to get hot water in my back just to be able to stand up. I tried everything to get relief. Nothing worked until I was introduced to inversion. The relief I got was temporary, but it lasted longer,
and it was more effective than anything else I tried. And by doing it on a regular basis, I've been virtually pain-free for the last 35 years. And I'm actually doing the same sports that caused the problem later and teaching my grandkids, which is really precious.
Watch this.
That's my sports water skiing. I was designing
I hate when they show that
world-class slalom skis and jumpers. Yeah.
That is awesome. And there's your daughter, Riley.
Yeah, and I've got both of those guys out water skiing and snow skiing. You know, that's so precious
and
to be able to do.
You're 80, right?
I'm 80.
I got to, because that's a proud number. That's unbelievable.
I was out water skiing 30 times this last summer with my kids and running the slalom course again, loving it.
You wouldn't be doing any of that if it wasn't for this. You wouldn't be. You know, I mean, let's look at it. I mean, honestly, and the fact that you do it regularly, I think that's important.
It's a maintenance program.
Yeah.
You know, you may be buying the table to deal with a specific problem area, a ruptured disc, a pinch, you know, a sciatica, one of those things. And yes, it will deal with that, but it also benefits every other weight-bearing joint at the same time. Even ankles, knees, hips, all the joints of the back, the small joints of the neck are all being decompressed and realigned, and the discs are encouraged to rejuvenate. That is, pick up moisture, and you're stretching and relaxing paraspinal muscles, relaxing. You're kicking back and enjoying a great stretch, and gravity's doing the whole workout for you.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to go through the table again because I want to show everybody, because I love the little nodes that you put on here, the lumbar bridge, all that stuff.
This stuff, and this table has absolutely everything, and it has features I don't always get to show. For example, it will fold up very easily behind a couch in a closet, springs into action in 2 seconds. It's adjustable.
I like to leave mine out because I love when people come over and I get them on it for the first time. I mean, it's something, we love it. People are like, oh my gosh, you got one of those Teeter tables? I'm like, yeah, dude, you gotta get one.
Yeah, that's why we've been on. That's why we've been on almost 21 years on HSN, because everyone we sell sells so many more. Read the reviews. Okay, it's adjustable from 4'8" to 6'6". Your height in inches and centimeters is right on the main shaft here. Comfort dial foot platform. This is for small shoes, big shoes, squishy soft foot clamps. These are third generation foot clamps. The big upgrade on this handle is this easy reach handle. You know, it has micro adjustments. I don't know if you can hear those clicks, but it's just, you get the perfect fit. It's open. You've got this comfort deck here, high tech. Again, it's lifted off. This is the new technology. This is a one-piece bed, and this is what makes the Teeter X3. This is the totally new table for 2018. Makes the Teeter X3 unique and the most comfortable table we have ever made. We've lifted the table off the bed and mounted it at 8 points on small ball bearings, actually rubber balls, and that makes it float. See how you sink into it? That's a patent process, by the way. You sink into it, and if you're upside down and you're stretching to one side, it moves with you. What a great plus. And it still has the highly engineered textured surface to encourage the decompression and elongation. Lumbar bridge, this can be placed in any one of these positions at any height. It offers two big advantages. One is it controls the curvature of the lumbar when you're in partial inversion, but it does something really special because it kind of grabs, when you first start to invert, it kind of grabs it kind of grabs your butt and squares your hips. You know, when you go to the chiropractor, the first thing he does is adjust, make sure that your hips are square. Yeah. Well, this will do that for you before you even add the traction.
Out when he does that. But you know what? You know, I'll tell you, I've been to the chiropractor in 20 years. Listen, I'm one of those people that if you can do it, if you can empower yourself to do something, I like to do that. First of all, it's much more cost effective. Especially time. Who's got time to go to appointments and doctors? Do this in your own house.
3 to 5 minutes in your own clothes. You don't have to go to full inversion. There's 8 acupressure nodes. There's 2 of each of 4 sizes, and they can go anywhere on these slots.
You know when you get that lower back pain and you want, you know, when somebody puts their thumb there, it feels so good.
Oh yeah.
These are like little thumbs.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. So there's 8 of them in 4 different sizes. They can be placed. You got a little pillow. You got these traction handles.
Everybody's calling in right now. Everybody, hear the phone ring, everybody's calling.
You know, these traction handles, again, set this preset strap to any angle you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just Where to go?
Kind of like training wheels for you, if that makes it easier, so that you're not gonna, flip all the way upside down if that worries you.
Yeah, this is set for you, so that's pretty steep. I'd have you set the preset strap for this angle, and while you're there, you can reach up and push on these traction handles and further decompress your body using some arm power, so you get the benefits of going to full inversion without actually going there. Of course, as you become more comfortable, lengthen the strap, keep working up. I'd like you to get to this angle because that's kind of the magic angle where you'll be fully elongating without having to use arm power.
That's the beauty of the table too, guys, is that once you get on it, you're gonna wanna do more on it. You're gonna wanna move a little bit further because you're gonna feel so good and you're gonna say to yourself, man, it's very addictive. I will tell you that. Once you get one of these, that's why I laugh when we say you can try it for 3 months and return it. If you're gonna get so hooked on this. And then what you will do, and Roger says this, you will tell everybody you know, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I got this thing, it's this Teeter Inversion Table, and I've been trying it out. It's changing my life. You gotta get one of these. That's what people say.
You can send it back, but that's what my daughter calls the puppy clause.
Totally, you're not sending it
you won't be sending it back, in other words.
That is hilarious. No, it's true, because you're gonna love it so much, and it's gonna become part of your family. Let me tell you really quickly, because we wanna hear from Dr. Thompson in just a sec, but before we do that, let me tell you again, listen, if you don't mind putting up with back pain, if you're okay with that, if you don't mind getting up and feeling cranky, if you go to work and you're not happy that day, or you're kicking the dog or whatever, if you're happy living like that, then you don't need this. Don't buy it. Go on with your life and just figure out, take what you take to try to, rub whatever you want on there. That's totally your life. But for me, this price right here, $329, is nothing. As I said before, listen, I can sell you a color TV, computers, tablets, makeup. We can do all that here, and all that is wonderful, okay? And it's all great, but none of that is going to necessarily change your life. It'll enhance your life. It'll make you feel better. You look better, you feel better. But it's not gonna, this thing right here that this guy's hanging upside down on, and his wife is over here using, this can change your life. And I think it's worth the $54 to try it if you've tried everything else, okay? If you've gone to the doctors, and by the way, if you have any kind of a medical condition, always check with your doctor before you do anything. And I know, if doctors know what your situation is and they know about this table, it'll be fine, and they'll be like, something, I love that. Try it, see how it works for you, because a lot of this is, that's what it is. We all have individual bodies. Like, I have an L5 herniated disc, so what may work for me, something else may work for you. When you move those little pressure nodes, everybody's got their own little recipe for how to use this to make it feel good. But almost everybody, 95% of the people who have reviewed it online, and has hundreds and hundreds, it's had tens of thousands of reviews over its lifespan, over 20 years. They all love this product. So do you want to listen to Dr. Tons?
Yes, Dr.
Let's do that. This is a big one, so take a listen to this, but get on the phone, use your tablet, whatever it is, and order this. Be right back.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
Dr. Tons is a senior orthopedic surgeon at Trauma One Center in San Diego. And he got 2 inversion tables from us, and the one he used personally has helped him so much he's recommended to 30 people personally. And the second one is for his son, who's a spinal surgeon. But I want to emphasize 2 things. I hope you caught them. One is it's a maintenance program. This will deal with issues like FDA has said, herniated discs and sciatica, degenerative joint disease, degenerative disc disease. It'll it is indicated for those kinds of things. But remember, it is a maintenance program. Once you get more comfortable and you get your flexibility going and you get that temporary pain relief that you're looking for, do it on a regular basis to maintain the pain freedom, but also to keep those joints healthy and supple so the next time you move wrong, they're less likely to get out of alignment or cause a problem. Okay, so it's a maintenance program. Again, but I also, the other thing Dr. Tan said is these discs are fluid-filled shock absorbers. They're constantly changing their fluid content. While you're sleeping, the pressure is still 25% of standing body weight. Remember the Nackhamson study? But it's less than when you're upright. So these discs absorb moisture. During the night, they become thicker. In the morning, you are actually the tallest you're going to be all day. But as soon as you're upright, they start losing moisture again, just by your own body weight. The big deal about the whole spine is that this is the means by which the brain communicates to the entire body below the neck. And it does so through these nerves. There's 2 nerves for every disc. And each disc controls the size of the opening that the nerves come through. So if you have a thin disc, you've got a small opening and a chance of a pinched nerve. That's a degenerative disc disease, which as it proceeds would be a pinched nerve, sciatica. You'd feel the pain down your leg or down your shoulder. And these compromise communication. Obviously, that is not good for the overall body. When you invert with a teeter, the body decompresses. Every one of these joints opens up. You elongate 1 to 2 inches. You take the pressure off. You get a pinched nerve or an inflamed joint, take the pressure off. You have a misalignment, it will realign itself. It's like a string of beads, you know, a necklace that's laying crooked on the end. Mm-hmm. Just grab each end and pull on it, it straightens out. Well, that's kind of an exaggeration, but that is actually what inversion is doing to your spine, helping it to straighten out, stretching and relaxing paraspinal muscles, and also helping those discs to reabsorb moisture so that they've got extra spacing when you come upright.
All right, I'm telling you, now's the time. We only have about 10 minutes left. If you want to grab it, and even if you just want to write down the item number and watch our presentation again, you missed something, I don't care when you get it, just get it, because you're going to absolutely love it. You know, I was talking to your wife, I was talking to Jenny just now, and Jenny came to me, she goes, you know what's the #1 comment that people have who have bought this? They say, why didn't I buy this a long time ago? Why did I wait so long to get this? Because they're getting such a great amount of relief. So if you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, if you have the sciatica, if you've got disc issues like me, I've got the L5 herniated disc. I've had it forever. It's not bad enough to operate on, but it bothers me from time to time. You know, you do something stupid, you lift something, you turn, you get on the table and relax. This is the way to do it. A few minutes a day. You can do it morning, noon, or night. Some people buy 2 of these and take one to the office. But I will tell you, they catch on like wildfire. Once people get on this, they want to tell everybody how great they feel. It really is a share the wealth story. We have another testimonial. This is Jim Johnson. I want you to listen to this, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about it.
Pain was part of my life, and not doing the things I love became part of my life. My daughter stopped asking me to do anything anymore with her because it's always my back, my back. The teeter comes along, and it's like the light bulb goes off in my brain. I felt my body completely stretch out. Life is great again because I can live it, because I can participate in it. Now that the teeter's here, Jim is back. Jim is back, and they cannot stop me.
All right, go on the internet if you have a chance right now and check out. This is the X3 model. This is the new upgraded with the FlexTech bed, all that new stuff. Check the price on it. You will find it's $449 everywhere else. Okay, we have it at $120 less. Plus, we're breaking up the payments into 6 payments of $54.99, and we will ship it to your house for free. You can try it the rest of the month. You can try it all of December, and you can try it all of January. If for whatever reason you say, hey, you know something, this didn't work for me, which I know won't happen, so I encourage you to get it. You'll never return it, but you can if you would like, for whatever reason. So this gives you an opportunity to do that, you know? And I don't know what you've paid in the past for treatments or anything else. Most of that is all temporary, like we say. And even though this is temporary, what you'll find is, as you use it on a regular basis, you're always you know, extending and lengthening and getting rid of that gravity and making your spine feel better on a regular basis. So it's a maintenance thing, but it's not like going 2 hours to the gym. You keep this in your house, 85% put together when you get it. It only takes a few minutes. It's a UL, remember when we say UL listed, that's for inversion tables. Right. Okay, it says inversion table.
Safety certified.
Yes, safety certified. FDA cleared, which is a huge deal. So we can say things like back pain and sciatica, and we could talk about disc degeneration. We could talk about all that stuff.
Right, and Teeter's indicated for all of those things.
Yep. Yeah.
And I love, these traction handles are so awesome. Yeah. I'm rocking back and forth, I'm motorizing my table, and the way I'm doing it, I'm pushing on the traction handles, that elongates my body. Now I'm top heavy, let up, ligaments and muscles pull me back together. This is my absolute favorite thing to do. Music and lights, lights down, music on, absolutely awesome.
And a great gift to give to, if you know somebody out there that suffers and somebody that has issues and doesn't feel well and has one of the conditions that we've talked about a ton of them, try it.
Can we get that FDA thing up again?
Yeah,
because,
Dan will put that up for us. Check it out.
We've been selling tables since 81. FDA finally came to the party almost 2 years ago. Late, but oh so welcome. FDA said Teeter is now a Class 1 medical device, and the use of Teeter is indicated for these 10 common causes of back pain. Back pain in general, sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease. That's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. And then we have herniated disc. Goes on to the next sign. Herniated disc, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm, all those things. And it's a great stretch. Yeah. In the morning, it's 2 cups of coffee without the caffeine. I sleep kind of curled up. Mm-hmm. And so I'm at 80 years old. I'm a little stiff getting up in the morning. 1 minute of inversion. My head's back on top of my shoulders. I'm standing tall. And I'm energized. I'm out of the chute. It's like 2 cups of coffee without the caffeine. At night, I always invert because that gets rid of the stress of the day and helps the body decompress and helps it. It makes it, the body has less to shove you back in shape by morning is what it boils down to.
And everybody in the family can use it. That's Roger's wife, Jenny, over there. Everybody can use it. If you have any medical conditions, whatever, check with your doctor, obviously, before you start anything. But I will tell you, if you want to feel good, if you thought maybe you never could, because I think a lot of people give up and they say, you know what, I'm just going to live with this. You shouldn't have to.
No, absolutely not. No. They just think it's a natural thing of old age.
No.
And it's stuff you can even see in the mirror. Talk about natural aging that you can't put up with. Listen, we all want to keep our youth. What do you do to keep your skin youthful? A lot, I hope. I expect. How about your hair? What are you doing for your spine? It's no different than any other part of your body. A regular program of proper maintenance will help you keep youthful function. And are you ready for this? This is the mirror challenge. It'll give you good posture, which is more attractive, and it'll help you move, listen to this, move youthfully. So many people worry about how they look, but then they move old. You give away your age by how you move. Yeah. Get rid of the stress, and then you move freely and like a young person again.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It does that. It feels like you're turning back the hands of time. It feels that good. A lot of you out there, and let me ask you a question as you're watching me right now. So if you went out and looked at your car and you saw that one of your tires looked bad, what would you do? You'd fix it, right? You'd probably go, now what does a tire cost? I know what my tires cost. I had to have 2 replaced, and it was about $700 to replace 2 tires. And you do that for your car. And why do you do that for your car? Well, I got to drive around in the car. I got to make sure I'm okay in my car. You drive this thing every day. You should be putting some investment into yourself. And that's why I said, hey, listen, it's great to buy a color TV. It's great to buy, an electronic device that's going to change your world or whatever, or makeup. All that stuff is temporary. This is something that can really make you feel better on a regular basis. And if you haven't tried it before, you're missing out. And I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I don't care. This guy's 80 right here. I'm comfortable in my 50s. I'm not even going to talk to Jenny because that's not nice, but we are all at different ages and we can all use this. And whether you're a professional athlete, whether you're a golfer, and we get a lot of golfers that use this because when you think about golf, and I'm a golfer, golfing, the swing is probably one of the worst things you can do for your spine because you're twisting and you're exerting and you're doing all this weird motion and you wonder why I can't play golf anymore because my back's out.
You know, they ought to get on the internet and check out golf and inversion. There's a study done, not by us, independent, that shows it reduced on average 3 strokes per game and improved accuracy 10% both in distance and in accuracy for every club tested. And there were a number of people in the test, and because of improved flexibility. You know, if you want to have a life as you get older, you want to keep up with your grandkids, which is precious to me, you know, you need to have the flexibility to do that.
All right, we have a whole bunch of people that want to say how much they love this. It's our little montage of all our great testimonials. We're going to let you listen to that, take a look, and then we're going to come back and we're going to tell you one more time how you can get this home for less than $55. So take a listen.
If you have ever had back pain, you want to go away. Having the Teeter Inversion Table absolutely changed my life.
I felt like someone's grandmother. I shouldn't be feeling like that in my 30s. When I got on the Teeter, I just felt such an intense amount of relief. It's been the best that my back has felt in a really long time.
Something so simple has been such a big change in my daily quality of life. I go out and rake leaves. I'll go pick up things. Unless you try it, you won't believe what I'm saying, but it is amazing.
I'm probably really boring because when anyone complains to me about their back, I say, well, have you tried a Teeter table? It helped me so much you have no idea.
When I come home from a hard day's work and I'm stressed, one of the first things I do, I get on my Teeter, I invert for a few minutes, and I just get that feeling where I just feel the stress of the day just kind of floating out of my body. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
All right, so if you're okay with feeling crummy every day, as I'll say it again, if you don't mind your back bothering you, if you don't mind kicking the dog and being angry at work and doing all these things because you feel crummy all the time, you don't need this then. Don't buy it. If you want to change it and you want to feel better, then take the time to invest in this. It's only $54.99, and I'm telling you, it will change your life. Not everything we can say that about everything, but this thing will change your life and it'll make you feel better. And I don't care what your situation is, you have nothing to lose here. You got 2.5 months to try it out. You don't have to return until the end of January. But I love, Roger's daughter Riley calls it the puppy syndrome. Once you get it, you're gonna love it so much, you're never gonna wanna give it back. And you're gonna wanna let everybody play with it, and you want everybody else to show it off, just like you do with your kids, because it's a machine you're gonna be really proud of. You really will, and you'll love it. You'll love how you feel every day.
Yeah, it changes lives. It changed mine. That's why we started the company in 1981. And you know, the most precious thing to me is to be active in my 80s, to teach my children, my grandchildren, I should say, you know, water skiing and snow skiing, and actually do it with them. You know, but when they're coming over, let me tell you, you get on the table, get your energy back and say, now bring on those grandkids.
80 years old, he's still jumping around over here. If you would like to feel that, if you'd like to maybe get that back. And you know, I love that you said it makes you kind of feel like a kid. It makes you feel younger again.
Yeah, well, it makes you function younger.
And that's the thing right there. Up here and physically, you're gonna feel wonderful. Jenny, thank you so much for being on the table for so long and showing us all the things. Obviously, thanks to you. You are coming back again at 3 o'clock today?
Right, and my daughter will be along.
And Riley will be here as well. So thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate all your orders. Stick around because Brett and Leslie are coming up and they've got the perfect blend for you. Be right back.